In August 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio detected something that should not have existed. It lasted 72 seconds. It was narrowband, intense, precise. And then it vanished. It has never been heard again. For decades, scientists have scanned the sky for signs of intelligent life. They listen for patterns that do not belong to nature, signals too structured to be random, too focused to be cosmic noise. Most detections are quickly explained. Pulsars, quasars, satellite interference, human error. But one signal resisted easy classification. On the night of August 15th, 1977, the Big Ear Radio Telescope at Ohio State University was conducting a routine survey of the sky as part of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The telescope did not move. It relied on Earth's rotation to scan different regions of space. Data was printed on long sheets of computer paper, columns of numbers and letters representing signal intensity. Days later, a volunteer astronomer reviewing the printout noticed a sequence: 6 E Q U J 5. The characters indicated an unusually strong radio signal centered near the hydrogen frequency, approximately 1420 megahertz. A frequency long considered a logical choice for interstellar communication. He circled it in red ink and wrote a single word beside it: "Wow." The name stayed. The WOW signal. The official position has remained cautious. The signal was real. The instrumentation was functioning properly. The frequency was narrowband and intense, features consistent with artificial transmission. It appeared to originate from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near a region of the sky where two sun-like stars are located. But it lasted only as long as the telescope's beam passed over that section of sky. 72 seconds. When the telescope should have detected it again during the next rotation, there was nothing. Repeated attempts to reacquire the signal failed. No repetition, no pattern, no follow-up. Scientists have offered conventional explanations. It could have been a terrestrial radio interference source reflecting off space debris. It might have been an unusual natural astrophysical phenomenon, not yet fully understood. Later proposals suggested that hydrogen clouds surrounding comets passing through the region may have produced the emission. But none of these explanations have fully satisfied the anomaly. The signal's strength was extraordinary, about 30 times stronger than background noise. It matched expectations for what an intentional beacon might look like: narrow, steady, and located at a frequency associated with hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. If you were trying to announce your presence to other civilizations, hydrogen's spectral line would be an obvious choice. Yet it never repeated. That absence complicates everything, because in science, repeatability is proof. And the WOW signal offered only a single moment. When astronomers returned to that exact region with more sensitive instruments, they found silence. Years turned into decades. The Big Ear Telescope was eventually dismantled to make way for a golf course. The original printout still exists, but the sky where it once pointed remains quiet. The inconsistencies deepen when examining the data more closely. The signal showed a smooth rise and fall in intensity, precisely matching the telescope's beam pattern as Earth rotated. That suggests it was not a brief burst from a passing airplane or satellite. It behaved as if it were fixed in deep space. There were no sidebands, no frequency drift beyond what would be expected from Earth's rotation. It was clean, focused, structured. If it were human interference, why was it never detected again? If it were natural, why has no similar signal been observed since? Astronomers have catalogued thousands of cosmic radio sources. Pulsars emit rhythmic pulses. Fast radio bursts explode across the spectrum in milliseconds. But the WOW signal did not behave like a pulsar. It did not resemble a fast radio burst. It did not repeat like a rotating beacon. It appeared once, then disappeared. And that is the part that unsettles researchers most. Because silence can mean two very different things. It can mean there was nothing there, or it can mean whatever produced it chose not to speak again. The most disturbing element is not the signal's strength. It is its precision. The hydrogen line has long been called the waterhole of the radio spectrum, a quiet band between hydrogen and hydroxyl emissions, where intelligent civilizations might logically transmit. It is a cosmic meeting place. The WOW signal emerged precisely there. That could be coincidence, but coincidence at the exact frequency long predicted for extraterrestrial communication raises a quiet tension. Then there is the question of direction. The signal appeared to come from a region not associated with any known powerful radio source at the time. Subsequent studies of stars in that area have not identified obvious candidates capable of generating such a narrowband transmission. One proposed explanation suggested that a passing comet's hydrogen cloud created the emission. Later analyses challenged that claim, arguing the signal's characteristics did not match typical cometary emissions. The debate continues. But the data remains unchanged. 72 seconds. One direction. One frequency. No repetition. In science, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. The WOW signal provided intrigue, not proof, which leaves three primary interpretations. The first is mundane but plausible. A rare terrestrial interference event mimicked the appearance of a deep space signal. Equipment anomalies, reflections, or undocumented human transmissions created a pattern that fooled even careful observers. It has not repeated because the specific conditions never aligned again. The second is natural but unknown. The universe is vast. Astrophysical processes we do not yet understand may generate brief, narrowband emissions under rare conditions. The signal may represent a phenomenon not yet categorized, an exotic stellar event or transient cosmic structure. And then there is the third possibility, that the signal was intentional. A transmission from an advanced civilization, a focused beacon sent across interstellar space, not continuous but periodic, on a timescale longer than our current monitoring windows, perhaps decades, perhaps centuries. Under this view, the silence does not negate intelligence. It may simply reflect timing. The universe does not operate on human schedules, but there is no second detection to support this. No coded message, no repeating pattern, just 72 seconds of anomaly. Since 1977, technology has advanced dramatically. Radio telescopes are more sensitive. Arrays scan wider swathes of sky. SETI projects analyze billions of channels simultaneously. Yet nothing identical has emerged. No clear twin. No confirmed repetition. The WOW signal remains alone. A single data point suspended in cosmic uncertainty. If it was interference, it was an extraordinary one. If it was natural, it was unprecedented. If it was artificial, It was deliberate and fleeting. Decades later, the red ink circle on a strip of paper still symbolizes one of the most compelling mysteries in the search for extraterrestrial life. Not because it proves anything, but because it refuses to disappear. We continue listening. We continue scanning, but that exact pattern has never returned, which leaves a final, unsettling thought. In a universe billions of years old, 72 seconds is nothing. Perhaps we were simply not listening at the right time. Or perhaps we were. And whatever sent that signal accomplished exactly what it intended. A brief announcement, a test, a whisper across the void. If intelligence once reached toward us and then went silent, the real question is not why it stopped. It is whether it is still waiting for us to answer.